Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is that you're tuning into this class. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean. The lighting is weird today, but I'm looking forward to guiding you through today's Tabata HIIT circuit. We're gonna go for Super Tabata today, so 40 seconds of work with 20 seconds of rest. If you happen to have some weights that are slightly challenging for you, you might want to use those weights as we do either single leg squat touches, or if you need to, you can bring that back leg down just to make it more challenging, because we're going to go from that into a Romanian deadlift. So just having one weight might be a party you'd like to join. And if you have two weights that you can use for some dead bugs, or even, again, just using that one, I'm going to have some fun options to make things more challenging. If you don't have any weights, that's absolutely okay. You're still gonna get a great workout. We start in 3 minutes. I'm gonna change the shirt because I don't like this one. And I think half of working out is enjoying yourself and feeling good. Make sure you have a big glass of water. You can wear shoes or not wear shoes, 100% up to you. If you want to put some water on, sorry, if you want to put some music on to help keep yourself motivated, you put that music on, whatever it takes. If you're struggling as we start our circuits to make it through all 40 seconds, you can slow down. You can take a quick break and start again as you're ready. Making sure I'm streaming in the right place. There it is. There's today's workout. Move. Newspaper. That over there. Okay. 1 more minute till we start. I can't find anything today. Things are feeling real. Monday. Here's a timer. Alright everybody, let's do it. If you're going to use weights, have them nearby. You don't have to use them. Well, let's get our workout started. So stepping away from your desk, making some space for yourself, we're just going to start with some lateral side steps. Begin drawing that lower belly in, finding some engagement from the core, pulling in that lower belly so the core is starting to brace a little bit, but making sure you're still able to use that diaphragm for some big breaths. Give yourself some shoulder rolls. Ooh, I'm feeling tight. I'm feeling tired today. For me, this is day 1 of my new C to 10K training. I promise those workouts are real easy. Let's go ahead and just plant our feet and open up our chest, move those arms, engage that upper back a little bit, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Work to bring your pinky fingers towards each other. Really start grounding through the heels right now. Make sure you're not bringing too much weight to the balls of the feet, and you can take a bend in your knees if you need to. That feels good. All right, let's warm up those legs because we're going to use them for our first move. So just a little bit of a hip opener with whatever space you have. Work to keep that head up straight. Try not to wobble too much with that upper body. If you find that you're really not feeling super stable, go ahead, bring a finger over to a bench or a chair or something so that you can really brace that core, find your length, and start to open those hips. Plant your feet. Let's go ahead. Oof. Wow, my glutes are tired. Just tick-tock from one side to the other. You can use your hands to help you with that balance. Keep that belly drawn in and your chest lifted. Let's switch to the other side. Yeah, make sure you're still breathing. Finding that one spot of focus with your eyes helps with your balance. Let's do one more hip opener. So plant one foot down, draw that belly and keep that chest lifted, shoulders away from ears. One knee draws up. Try not to, notice if you're like hiking one hip. Can you keep your two hips so in line? Open out towards the side. Bring it back and forward and down. We'll do that same thing 3 more times. So belly in, pressing through your heel, up. The range of motion that works for you. In, down. Last 2. Feel that in your stabilizing leg as well. Final one. How much can you keep those hips even here? Take a moment, shake it out. Even give yourself some hip circles. You might not have realized it, but these are some good hip openers. And let's plant that other heel down. Pressing through the heel, you can take a slight bend in your knee. Draw that knee up, 2 hips in one line. Open, in, down. 3 more. Up, open, in, down. Keep breathing. Up, open, in, down. Last one. Up, open, in, down. All right, let's bring those heart rates up just a little bit with our first move of the day. I encourage you as we come to our 20-second breaks between activities to just find a little bit of active recovery. Try not to completely stop moving. Just keep a little something going, especially if you have music on and you can dance to the music, whether it's real or you're just imagining it in your head. Let's let it be there. All right, 4 rounds, 40 seconds work, 20 seconds rest. We're gonna start off nice and simple with just running in place. So planting 1 foot down, I'll show you with my front leg. Planting 1 foot down, you can take a slight bend in the knee. Keep the weight in your heels and squeeze that glute. Feel that quad start to engage. We're just gonna drive that knee up. If that's too challenging for you to drive that knee up, I want you to tap your foot forward and back. Opposite arm is moving with your leg. Round 1 starts in 3, 2, 1, begin. So either just tapping it back and forth or getting this knee drive. I want you to find the motion, find your stability, keep that chin neutral to your chest, a nice long spine, keeping that belly in tight. And if that toe is actually tapping down on the floor behind you or in front, you're being nice and gentle with that toe tap. Intentional, not slamming that toe to the ground. We're 10 seconds left. Keep that belly drawn in. Use that arm to help you find that drive. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. We're gonna stick with that same leg for the next 3 rounds, and you can do that same move. You can just either tap it back and forth as fast as you can, or find that knee drive. If you're ready for something a little bit more challenging, we're gonna add in a hop. So we're gonna drive and then hop. Begin. So drive, hop, drive, hop. Think about landing light as you come back down to the floor. So I'm not trying to slam down to the floor, coming down with control, still keeping that belly pulled in tight. One spot of focus with your eyes. More than halfway through, if you need to take it a little bit easier on yourself, take this hop out, come back to the knee drive. You can always come back to your front to back toe tap. You got 10 seconds left. Last time, if you're moving along with me, that we're gonna do this, moving this way. Oh my gosh, take a break. Shake it out. Maybe bring your hands to help give yourself a little self-myofascial release. Oh, my tired glutes. All right, next up, we're gonna go for a single leg squat. So bending down, reaching towards the floor. If you've got a weight, let's use it. So just tapping down towards the floor, lifting yourself back up, squeezing your glutes. If your balance is challenged, bring that back toe down. Just keeping that toe down on the floor. But I have all of the weight, or as much as I can, in my standing leg heel. So just tapping down and up. Ooh. Make sure you're pressing through that heel. A little squeeze of that glute at the top. Keeping that back nice and flat, chest open as well. Oh my gosh. 3, 2, yay. You can either stick with that same move, that single leg squat, or we're gonna add in a little more challenge balance-wise with a Romanian deadlift. So still going for single leg squat to start, and then straighter leg, hinging and lifting. Begin. So bent knee, single leg squat. You can tap down, and then hinging forward. Feel the stretch in the hamstring. Back to your single leg squat. Whew. Keep that chest open. Roll those shoulder blades down and back. If you need to, just squat with both feet on the floor and then hinge at the hips, Romanian deadlift. So squat, glutes are coming down towards the floor. Romanian deadlift, glutes are coming towards the wall behind you. 5 seconds left. Oh my gosh. Wow, we did it. Shake it off. Shake it out. Put that weight down. Ooh. We're gonna do the same 4 moves on the opposite side. Grab a quick sip of water, keep it small. Lead by example. All right, as soon as this timer stops beeping, we're gonna start running in place on the opposite leg. So take that slight bend of your knee, weight in your heel. Maybe you feel that quad, glute, and hamstring already fire up. Begin. So just drive in that knee or tappa, tappa, tappa for round 1. Opposite arm, opposite leg. I'll move back so you can see my whole self. You can see my terrible hair for today, right, Fred? Use that breath. Use that exhale to really drive that knee up. Get that ab work. 5 seconds left. Ooh, take your break. All right, next up, we're gonna add in that hop. Just gonna move this out of the way because I hate the sound of my feet. Sticking to the mat. So either sticking with running in place, tapping 1 foot forward, or knee drive, hop. You're ready? Great, let's go. If you're adding this hop, think about, with control, how quietly can you land back on the floor? Still keeping some length through the crown of your head, keeping that chest up, not collapsing. Remember, we're gonna switch the move after this, so give it your all. Find that fast pace that functions for you. Just about 10 seconds left. Draw that belly in nice and tight. You're worth it. 3, 2, oh my gosh, 1. Awesome. We're going to switch into our single leg squat. Just sticking with that single leg squat for round 1. Or you have that back toe down behind you. And if you still can't get it, just put both feet down. Let's begin. So I really want to encourage you to challenge yourself to try this single leg squat. If you find that having your toe down on the floor is too easy, but having your leg lifted and floating is too hard, try to gently squeeze those legs together. Oh, tighter is lighter. And remember, we already worked one side, so if this second side is really tired and you need to bring that toe down, do it. Take a break. Better to move slower, to use good form, to take modifications I mean, who are you proving things to? Only you. So don't let the ego get the best of the move. All right, we're gonna switch to that single leg squat and add in the Romanian deadlift. Begin. So single leg squat. Oh my gosh. Ooh, and then that hinge as body goes down, legs go down. Your depth just depends on really how tight your body's feeling. You want to feel the stretch in the back of the leg. Try not to even open your hip too much to the side. So hips are still staying square to the ground. And if that seems confusing, remember you're just going to squat and then you're just going to hinge. Doesn't matter how low you go. Oh my gosh, we did it, y'all. So proud. Okay, next up, I do believe we make our way down to the ground. We're combining a lot of moves today because we have a 30-minute class and I want you to get as much as possible. So next up, for the first round, we're gonna go from bear and step out into a plank. So starting with your knees down on the floor, the easiest version of this is you're gonna skip the bear. You're just gonna walk out into a plank and walk back into your tabletop. If that's still too much for you, the mid-level is to step out into a half plank, tuck that back toe under, find your bear there. So everyone can get a little bit of bear if that works for them. Otherwise, we're gonna start in tabletop, tuck your toes under, lift those knees off the floor, step out to bear, step back in, step out to plank, step back into bear, and drop your knees for a second if you need to, and then continue. Work on keeping that nice flat back and core tight. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So starting off in bear, step out to plank, hands, palms under shoulders, length through the neck, step back in. Before you do drop those knees down, ask yourself, can I get through one more round without taking a break? But if you feel your lower back is really hurting and your form is suffering, take a break as frequently as you need. If you're just taking a break because it's hard and you don't want to, that's when I encourage you to just challenge yourself a little differently. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. We're gonna progress from there, doing something a little different. Next, we're gonna go from our bear into a down dog, tapping your opposite ankles, and then sinking those knees back down into bear. You ready? Begin. So press up, that's the easy part. A little bit of stability here, shoulder work, tap your opposite ankles, and then carefully lower down and hover. Start again. Next round, we're gonna combine all of these moves. We're gonna add a shoulder tap as well. So if you wanna add that shoulder tap right now, as you come down into bear, tap your opposite shoulders, send your hips up, reach for the outer edge of each ankle. Back to bear, tap your opposite shoulders. Try to keep those hips as steady as you can for today. Take a break. All right. So for our last 2 rounds, combining all of those moves together. Bear, step out into plank, back into bear, dog ankle tap, back to bear, shoulder tap. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's start together. Bear, step out into a plank, step back into bear. Send your hips up, tap the outside of each ankle, back to bear, tap your opposite shoulders. Step out into plank, step back into bear. Send it up, tap it out, knees hover off the floor, tap it out once more. All right, you know the moves. Move at the pace that works for you. If you get a little confused, as long as you just keep moving, that's all that really matters. 5 seconds left. We got one more round through after this to try again. Take a break. Ooh, gonna get off my wrist for that break. Give myself some circles in one direction and the opposite direction. Fix my shirt and pants. We get to lay on our backs after this in 3, 2, 1. Bear. Step out into plank. Step back into bear. Send your hips up. Down dog, ankle taps. Back to bear, shoulder taps. Step out. Step in. Press it up. Tap, tap, tap. Now the closer that those knees just hover to the mat without touching, the more you're going to really have to brace that core. Do your best to not rock your hips side to side. We made it! Okay. Grab a quick sip of water, turn over onto your back. Option to bring 2 weights to the next move. If you don't have 2 weights and you only have 1 weight, that's okay. We're going to go for dead bug. We're going to add in a toe tap. Just keep at it. All right. So the most basic move that we've got here, especially if you're new, I want you to do this without weights, is starting in reverse tabletop. Your opposite arm is going to move with your opposite leg. You're going to press through your heel and bring your heel as close to the mat as possible while still keeping your lower back on the mat. If you notice that your lower back is coming off of the mat as you press forward, I want you to press in a little bit more of a diagonal direction. Let's start off just doing the dead bug portion. We'll add on a little bit more after that. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Begin. So knees stacked over hips, opposite arm extends, opposite leg comes in. Let's get halfway through this move and then I'll talk to you about how we can make it a little bit more challenging if you want to. Make sure you're really pressing that lower back to the mat, keeping your core drawn in, keeping your shoulders pulled away from the ears so shoulder blades are engaged, your lats are engaged, driving down towards the center line of your body. And if this is feeling easy and you want to make it harder, both arms extend and both legs extend at the same time. This is, take a break. That's definitely a little bit more challenging, so remember you're welcome to stick with just one arm at a time. Stay with that for round 2. Whichever version was the most challenging but you felt you had good form in. Begin. So maybe you press everything out and then you do singles. Single, single, challenge yourself to press everything out and bring it back in. Makes it feel a little bit more attainable to do it this way instead of consistently for 40 seconds, especially if you're really challenged by ab moves, to consistently do both at the same time. We're just working towards it. All right, take a break. We're gonna change things up for this next round. So imagine that you're doing single leg dead bugs. One goes out, the other goes out, both legs up towards the ceiling, added a toe tap. And if you're doing 2 legs at the same time, both legs go out, then legs go up, and you toe tap. Begin. So dead bug, send those legs up. They can be a little bent if they need to. Lifting those shoulders all the way off of the mat to get that toe tap. Legs up, tap. Or you're doing both legs all the way out. Send them up, lift. Ooh, that is harder. Oh, take a break. We got one more time through to do any of those versions that works for you. I like this move. This is fun. I went for that run this morning and I thought, what should we do in class today? And I took notes during the run because otherwise I would forget. Here we are, begin right now. So just sending those arms up to begin with, like you're sleepwalking. Either dropping one leg and arm at the same time. Dropping is an interesting word because I really don't want you to drop it. I want you to move with control. Frequently, the slower that you move, the more that you have to really engage also. So you don't need to rush through this. Challenging myself here at the end. Both legs, both arms. Oh, we made it, y'all. We're going to stay down here on the floor for our last strength move of the day. We're going to hang out in boat pose. If boat pose, adios weights. If boat pose is really hard for you, you can keep your hands on the floor behind you, or even come down onto your forearms, which I think is a lot more relaxing on the shoulders, because we're going to do some boat pose presses, one leg at a time to start with. Just so you know, I don't love these. Toes reach out 2 times. Oh yeah, okay. So let's start off with just those single leg pressing out. Do your best to keep your foot in line with the opposite knee. In 3, 2, 1. So if you're really challenging yourself, you're not putting those back hands on the floor. You have your chest nice and open. You're just pressing through one leg at a time. Or if you need to, you're bringing those elbows to the floor. You're still working to find this nice press. I got my toes pointed. I promise you I still feel it working with my arms down on the mat. We got just about 10 seconds left. Ooh, I gotta keep my arms down on the mat. Keep my back happy. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a break. I'm gonna bring my knees to my chest. We're gonna work to make that move a little bit more challenging if you can. One leg goes out, the other leg goes out, and then both legs are gonna press out. Oh my gosh, my abs are tired. Are you ready? Begin. So one leg, the other leg, both legs press out, come back in. With those both legs out. We are working hard here at the end, y'all. Halfway. Keep that belly pulled in nice and tight. Keep breathing. Oh my gosh. Oh, we made it. It really makes me want to... Oh, I forgot we were going to do butterflies between. So you know what? Let's give ourselves a break. This next round, we're going to lay down on our back. We're going to give ourselves some butterfly kicks. So starting with those legs nice and high, we're just going to cross opposite ankle over the knee. Begin and bring those legs down as close to the mat as you can. And then lift them up a little bit higher. You can tuck your thumbs under your bum to help you find some stability and keep that lower back down on the mat. That can also help you get those heels a little closer towards the floor. But if you can, don't just put your fingers under your butt to make it easier for yourself. We're here to challenge ourselves to see the change. If you can, bring your arms to the side. Maybe you don't go quite as low, but you really feel those lower abs working a little bit more. Ooh. All right, take a break. Let's finish with one round of boat pose. One more round in that boat pose. Three, 2, 1. So one leg out, the other leg out, both legs extend. Or one leg out, 2 legs out, both legs lift up, out, out, up, oh my God, out, out, up. That up is a lot easier if you have your arms behind you. I find it, extending forward is a little bit more challenging. But if you're sitting up, I encourage you to try those straight legs up. 10 seconds left. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 3, 2, 1. Lower yourself down onto your back. Draw those knees in towards your chest. You can separate your legs. Let's gently roll side to side. As you roll side to side, draw one knee a little closer to your chest. Open those legs out towards the side. Get a nice stretch to those inner and outer thighs. Are yours tired too? So hard to notice what's happening from this personal current workout versus all the others. But I know that we did some good work today running in place, and that hits those quads. So let's get a nice quad stretch while we're down here. Opposite arm reaches and touches the opposite shin. Same side that you have that knee bent and are holding on to. That hand reaches underneath, grabs hold of your foot, brings the sole of the foot close towards your glute, outer edge touches the mat, and your range of motion, actively stretch your knee to the wall away from you. The more that you really think about stretching your knee in that direction and not just allowing that leg to open, but that extra little squeeze of your bottom knee glute, you're going to feel that big stretch on your quad. Take a couple more breaths right here. Awesome. So next week you can still catch this class at its regular time. Let's switch hands onto the opposite knee and do the same thing on the opposite side, or the best that you can. But we're going to be having Fit Fest next week, Monday through Saturday, offering a variety of different classes, some different instructors. Keep an eye out. We're going to post that schedule, I'm hoping, today, Monday, definitely by Tuesday. Today's the holiday, everybody. It's a holiday. I know that we're working, but it's hard. All right, let's go ahead, extend our arms out to the side. You can drop your feet to the floor, press into your heels. Let's roll over, take a nice big spine twist. Start the week off. Bringing out all the junk from the center of our bodies. Happy spine equals happy life. Roll on back through center, press through the soles of the feet, lift your hips up, and let's roll to the other side. Stretch out that back. Might have gotten real tired as we got into the last of our ab work as well. All right, and then let's roll over onto tabletop. Or into tabletop, I should say. Give yourself a big cat-cow. Really press the tops of your feet into the floor. Press into your hands. Find that rounding. Even shaking out your, what are we right now? Your cat's tail. Meow. And then allowing that chest to come a little closer towards the biceps. Ooh, good stretch on the abs right now. Separate those glutes gently behind you. Press the tops of the feet into the floor, and you can shake your cow's tail. Moo. Moo, yeah. All right, let's tuck those toes under. Send your hips up towards the ceiling. Get another stretch in down dog as you stretch those shoulders. Pedal through your heels. Bring some love to your calves. You can even press up onto the balls of your feet. And drop your heels to opposite sides. That is a good stretch. Ooh, through those glutes, through the sides of the body. And then back to your down dog. Walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet. You can bend those knees generously as much as you need to. Take a moment as you dangle. Send your breath to relax that back, and then weight in your heels. Roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Tuck that pelvis under, shoulders down and back. Let's inhale, stretch fingers all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, relax arms down by your side. One more time, one more big breath. Bend your knees. Inhale all the way up, look up, reach through one hand a little further, reach through the opposite hand. Come back through center and then exhale. Find what works for you as you bring your arms back down to your side. Awesome, we made it, y'all. That was a super fast, but I thought challenging Tabata HIIT circuit. I hope you had a great time. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out. Keep an eye out for our announcements for next week for Fit Fest so you can see where there are changes in the schedule. I do hope you continue to challenge yourself. Trying something new can be scary and can be the perfect challenge. If you check out a format that we don't offer that you really love, let us know. And that's it. Have a wonderful rest of your day and see you soon.